Hello, everyone. My name is Katlin Harris. I'm a doctoral candidate in the musicology program here at the University of Illinois. Today, I have the pleasure of meeting with a DMA student in the program, Ana Huerta Fernández, who is a DMA in piano and who also, I believe, has an additional area of interest in instrumental conducting. And she's been a member of the Wind Symphony and for the past couple of years playing piano, if I'm correct. Yes?
Yes. Hi. It's very nice to be here.
Yeah, and so well, we have you here to talk about one of the pieces on the program, Luis Serrano Alarcón's Duende, which I believe you play on. Yes?
Yes, I play the piano part with ensemble.
Yes, and we are so fortunate to have you because you've also had a chance to talk to some of the other ensemble members. So thank you for spending some time to talk to me and anyone listening about this composition today. So
Yes.
just to get us started, what's kind of the musical elements that people can expect from this piece?
Well, Duende is a piece that is it has a lot of different things going on in it, but something that is constantly there is the intensity. So people should expect a lot of intensity from the ensemble, a lot of like we're trying to just like blend with each other and play as a this sense of team that the music, particularly this music, requires. So yeah, it's very you'll hear all the instruments like separately, but also together. It's a very rich piece, and I think that makes it very interesting.
Yeah, I imagine. So you're situated closer to the percussion, right?
Mhm.
So I imagine you're seeing so many different things happen from the position you're sitting, and I can only imagine how hard that is to fit what you're doing across all these different timbres.
Well, I think it's just yeah. Sometimes it can be a little harder than other times. It depends on like what you have in front of you in your page. But I think the ensemble is doing a great job just like feeling this sense of community and team. And with Dr. Geraldi also like really helping towards that. I feel like and I was yeah, I can mention this. Something that the audience can expect is even clapping. The percussionists are gonna be clapping very bravely and strongly. So that's one of the things that this piece has that comes from the culture of flamenco.
So is it a very rhythmically driven piece then?
Yes, I would say so. Sometimes it depends a little bit on the character of each section in each movement, but it's four movements, and sometimes you can feel this more laid back character with like these beautiful melodies going on, but most of the time you experience this very yeah like powerful and like bold, fiery character.
Yeah, so it's super interesting. I always the fact that it's a multi-movement work and sometimes I find that a title of a piece can really bring those movements together. And I know in conversation we've had the title Duende is actually a concept from flamenco. Could you actually talk a bit more about what that concept is, how it relates to flamenco in the piece?
Sure. So the concept of duende is actually pretty hard to explain. Even the most famous flamenco performers and musicians have troubles when someone asks, "What is duende?" It's very hard to explain. But the composer Alarcón has in his website where he talks about the piece, he starts by saying the term duende is used in flamenco to refer to this state of inspiration and supreme perceptiveness, almost magic, which is only reached by the performer in few occasions. So that concept of like this magical and mysterious feeling that you get sometimes even from the audience when you experience a concert where you're like there's something magical going on. I'm feeling this magic and I can't explain it. Sometimes you see a person that maybe like for me a pianist or even an orchestra and ensemble. I remember hearing the Chicago Symphony not too long ago when they performed in Krannert. Sometimes you get this feeling of like knowing that something special is going on and you get goosebumps and you feel this thing and you don't have words to explain it. So that's what duende is.
Mhm.
And for flamenco music is very important concept because flamenco is based on the just allowing everyone, the performer and the audience, allow them to express feelings to the extreme. Like you're there to just feel alive and feel the music and what the music brings you.
Oh, that's really interesting that you mentioned there's a lot going on here. I imagine also that there's multiple layers of experience here, right? So y'all, all of you that are in the ensemble as you're playing, you're having one version of this because you're hearing it from a different place, and then you have people in the audience that are hearing it from where they're seated, and obviously that changes based on where you're sitting in the hall. But I wonder if you find that there's a parallel there, both to people that watch flamenco dancing and those that are doing it in the moment themselves. Does that relate to the concept at all?
Yes, so especially in flamenco, the way it happens is pretty different from what we're gonna see in Krannert when we perform this piece, because this is obviously for a band. It's not like flamenco setting, but usually flamenco happens in a very intimate space, so it's very small. The lights are kind of dark. There's not a lot of people in the audience, so the space already feels intimate. And there's a lot of improvisation going on in that art. So for them, they just the performers, the musicians, they relate to each other and they react to each other in the moment. There's a lot of improvisation that also happens, and it all has this like connecting thread through feelings. So they just react to each other in a way that is so intense in the moment that gets through the audience very easily. So I think our goal that we're trying to achieve with this piece is to make the audience feel that just have that experience, that feeling that we'll also experience while we're playing the piece. So it goes both ways. It's just this connection that happens between audience and performers is also very important for the concept.
Interesting. Do you find that the the movements engage with the concept of Duende in different ways?
You mean like differently each movement or that?
Perhaps I'm just curious if you find that the differences in each movement bring out different kind of conceptions of Duende, maybe perhaps.
Oh, yes, I would say so. I would say so. I think sometimes the music reminds us of Fallas piece, one of our greatest Spanish composers. Uh, this this character that his pieces sometimes have of like this kind of dark, like haunted music. You're feeling like something magical but haunted is going on. It's not like magical in just like a light way. It's like something, right? So sometimes that gives you a feeling, that can give you a feeling. Other times it's like really like an explosion of happiness or excitement, which is another feeling. Sometimes it's this other intimate thing that I was explaining before, where like only a few instruments play, or even with the cadenza that the piano at the beginning of one of the movements, the piano has a solo cadenza, just contrasting with the ensemble playing as a whole in other sections. That is totally another feeling, also like more intimate, duende. So yes, it changes throughout the piece, I would say.
I suppose that my final question about this is more geared towards those of us that are going to be listening as y'all are performing. What are maybe some words that you might imagine an audience member might encounter or feel when listening and engaging with this piece? So if you had to describe like Duende from like that perspective.
So, well, first of all, I would encourage everyone to be open, to just open your ears, open your heart to the music and to what you're gonna be listening to. Um, and that will help you feel all these emotions that the ensemble is gonna try to portray, which include, for instance, um, fury. There you can see that rage. There's a lot of fire in the music. It's a very passionate music most of the times, and it requires a lot of conviction from the ensemble. So we'll do our best, just like trying to reach those emotions, and hopefully, yeah, just being present in the moment, just like being receptive to all these things that will be going on stage will help you feel all these wonderful things that this piece will bring us.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule. I know grad TAs are very busy people. I really look forward to hearing this program and also in particular this piece. Thank you so much for sharing your time.
Thanks for having
People, yeah, for people that are interested, the concert's going to be May 1st at 7:30 p.m. in Krannert. And again, thank you so
me.
much. Yeah, be there. Bye.
Thank you.